TK Irish, and man, you would not believe what's going on here at Camp Kennerk today. I always tell you about how things crazy gets, but we got a special episode for you because we have a new inductee to the Camp Kennerk Happy Camper Hall of Fame. Yes, these this person has been vetted, has gone through extreme interviews to get to this level. So, it's so secret, I don't even know the questions. But one of these days, I'll figure out how they do this, even though it's my podcast. They keep me in the dark because they say, TK, you're always in the dark, so we don't want to shed any light on you. Well, I go along with them. If that makes them feel better, then that makes me feel good. But I tell you what, quick question here. Douglas, do you know the rules on how this person became a happy camper?
TK, good to see you again. You're more lovable in the dark. We'll leave it at
All right.
that. Now, I've got Jojo Bear over here. He's over here in attendance, and I've got Cowboy Otis over here. He's in charge of security and making sure everybody's happy around here. And we have a very special guest today, a very old friend of mine named Odie Oren, and I think you know who he is. Odie, are you there?
I'm well, Doug. I'm well. How you guys doing today? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Odie, it's great seeing you again. Last time you and I got to visit was there when Douglas had the flipper walk for the flip off Big C, which I had a great time, great visiting with you. I know you do some social media posting as well. And things been going well for you since then?
Things are great. Yeah, I was there that day mostly just to film. I kind of stayed away from the out of the side of the camera, but I love that Doug does charitable things. When I talk about him to other people, that's one of the first or second things I say about him, that he spends his time making sure other people are somewhat taken care of in the realm of the things that he can do.
Yes. So,
first, TK, notice he said the second thing he talks about.
I was going to ask him, I'm more concerned about the third, fourth, and fifth thing that he's talking about. But first of all, Odie, congratulations on making it to be a happy camper. Let's have a toast of our Dr. Pepper.
Right.
Let's crank this thing up. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Right.
Now, woo! That gets me going, man.
TK, Odie did bring up the fact that the Top of Possum Trot flipper walk for Dell children. We do it every year. This coming year in 26 will be our 6th year. And Odie has been very kind to donate to the Dell children thing. It's the Top of Possum Trot flipper walk, where we walk up Possum Trot with two of the most vicious hills in awesome Austin, Texas, in scuba flippers. And Odie has been kind enough to donate. And I think we have a little video here of Odie and his family.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Odie, and I'm supporting Doug the neighbor for the Top of Possum Trot Flipper Walk. Flip off the Big C.
We're here to help support Dell Children's because they helped my son.
Thank you, Dell Children. You saved my life.
Flip off the Big C.
It's a terrible video for a good cause, but a terrible video.
Sometimes you got to take a bullet to get the prize.
I'm gonna blame the producer of the video with his coaching.
All right. The producer will remain nameless, named Odie, but that's nameless.
No, that other guy. It was that other guy.
All right. I'm sorry. The other Odie.
Okay.
No, the other Doug, that guy right there.
All right. See, he won't even take the bullet for you, Douglas. If it was me, I'd say, yeah. I'll take the bullet for Douglas, but not Odie. No.
And TK, on our $1 Million Idea website that is coming soon, we should have our flippers right here, keychains that
Mhm.
all proceeds are donated to the Dell Children Cancer Fund. And if you're cool, you get one of these. And if you want one, send us $5 and we'll get you one so that you can flip off Big C.
Now we can't tell you when you're going to get it. You know, it may be a couple weeks, maybe a couple years, but don't
You'll
worry,
get
it's in the mail.
You'll be on the list for sure.
it. Now, Odie, we're very happy to have you here, and maybe we should tell Kike how we met. My story is that Odie was driving for Uber, and I had to go to the doctor. And the first time he dropped by my house, I walked over to the car with a towel and put it down on the seat because I told him I'm going to the colonoscopy doctor, and I wanted to make sure everything was okay on the way back.
Yes, yes. And at that time, it was I didn't just randomly pick you up. It was set up. A friend of mine had asked me, a mutual friend of ours had asked me to come give you a ride because he couldn't do it. But yes, I was an Uber driver at the time. That's how I primarily made my money. So yeah, and I gave Doug a ride, and that turned into another thing, and then another thing.
Well, Odie, you know, I'm sitting here listening to this, and I can't help but think of what a good icebreaker to talk to your Uber driver.
I
Hey,
knew why I
excuse
was
me, I
there. I
got
mean,
my towel.
I knew where we were going.
Oh,
I knew where
okay.
we were going. So I knew that that's what was happening. So I also had to pick him up. That was part of the whole arrangement. And so
That
it
was
was just
that was the purpose of the towel on the seat.
exactly.
And Odie is correct because the mutual mind meld that we had between Odie and I is very similar between my relationship with TK and jokes, history, going back and forth. And with Odie and I, we did a Spotify radio bit on the Doug the Neighbor account years ago, and that was just terrific. And then that turned on over to DTN and ODO podcasts where we would take road trips. We went up to Waco, Bastrop. Where else did we go, Odie?
On road trips. Well, we did some Austin things together. We went to a bunch of restaurants and we went down to the water front there down the road from where you are. And then you came with us to a Peruvian night at La McQueen. It was Independence Day for Peru last year.
Yes, it was good fun.
So we've had some fun together. You came with us to the 20th anniversary for the Mean-Eyed Cat Bar.
Yes.
And you've been to the house where we made pizzas, where we learned that Doug might be a pizza savant.
A savant? Where did you
A
learn
savant.
that word from? You didn't get it from talking to Douglas, I'll tell you that right now.
I do have a college education. I know words.
You
I
do.
know some of the best words. I know some of the best words, as
So
our president has said.
would you classify yourself as like a wordsmith where you could take prose and
No, I would say I don't know about wordsmith. I do know words, and I try to learn meanings of words so I can bust them out on people. I just like to be prepared.
yeah. Well, I always found it to be fun to use big words out of context, and then that way people really scratch their head going, "What did he just say?" So that's always an
Yeah, well,
icebreaker for me.
it's like the line in the a Ballad of Ricky Bobby movie where he says, "This is incredulous," and he goes, "I don't think you know what that means. I don't think you know what that actually means."
Well, think of the word fantabulous.
Mhm.
Or
Fantabulous is a good one.
or more better.
Yeah, more better.
More putting those two words together, that shows high intelligence.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, but Odie calls me a pizza savant because of my simple wisdom of never putting pineapple on pizza.
Good idea.
That-
I think that
Well,
should
really, it was the combination of toppings he chose for the pizzas he made at my house. And I didn't think that was going to work. And it was actually delicious.
Oh, so there is a little madness to his methods.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It wasn't like I just threw it at him because he showed up and he put something on a pizza.
Well,
Now, Odie,
you gotta remember, Douglas was in the hospitality business for many, many years. As a matter of fact, that's how he and I met. We were waiters in
Oh,
Dallas,
wow.
and that's how we met. So he has an understanding of being a foodie. So I
Sure.
don't know how much understanding, but that's beside the point.
He does enjoy some crispy tacos from El Paso
yes,
style.
Yes.
yes. And my motto is you cook, I eat.
And who cleans
Yeah.
up?
Also, with Doug, anytime he's been out with us to eat or him and him have gone somewhere to eat, we eat some good food.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Now, TK, I may be called a pizza savant by Odie, but he is a taco cat and he knows how to make tacos. And we did a video in his kitchen, the Odie kitchen, where he does videos for social media of him cooking. And you've got some tacos right there, don't you, Odie?
I do. I do. I have some al pastor tacos, what you might consider to be a street taco because it's a little smaller than your normal variety. Right here.
Okay, yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm always eating tacos. I think the taco cat thing comes from not just making tacos. I might be slightly obsessed with anything you can put in a tortilla, honestly. Last year, I'm 52. The year before, I was 51. For 51 days, I ate at least one taco a day for 51 days before I turned 51. And of course, made a video every day for it to challenge myself. And I probably ate closer to 200 tacos over 51 days,
Now,
but it was great. And I even traveled, and even when I traveled, I still found the taco of the day.
now, did you eat the same taco every day, or did you have variants
No,
of them? Okay.
no. And not only that, but I took the meaning of taco a little loosely. Like I challenged my viewers to think, is a lobster roll a taco?
Hmm.
I mean, the bread is normally not cut all the way through, so you get that little
Yeah.
envelope, right?
Yeah.
And then inside is just the same. If I put that in a tortilla, you would say that's a taco. So, is a hot dog a taco?
Well, I've
You know,
taken hot dogs and wrapped them in a flour tortilla and mixed,
of course, of course.
you
So what
know,
I did was, TK, is I mostly just either I ate a taco that was out, like what anyone would consider to be a taco, or I just made a taco with whatever I had laying around or made for dinner that night. Sometimes it was Euro meat and
oh,
and and Euro takeout. One time it was pho, Vietnamese pho. I just put all the stuff in the tortilla after it was in the soup, and I just kind of put it in the tortilla and I just ate it. So yeah, it was all over the place. But the idea was the commitment of at least trying to eat one taco shaped food.
so
And
that was,
wasn't going to be too hard because I already eat tacos 3 or 4 days a week. So to do it every day wasn't that hard. But a lot of stuff happened. It was a bit of a roller coaster. People go back and look at the videos. There's some episodes where like stuff's happening in this guy's life, but he's still eating tacos.
before I forget, what is your channel name? I forgot what channel you're on.
Well, on Instagram, which is sort of my primary way to put the thing out there, and at Facebook, I'm just Odie Oren, Odieoren. On YouTube, I'm Odie Makes Food, but also the name Odie Oren would be enough to probably find me on YouTube.
I see. Well, I tell you what, you get an A for creativity of your platforms.
Thank you, thank you. I don't think I'm very creative, but I just do what's funny to me and what I think looks good and sounds good. I end up cutting a lot of stuff off on the editing, and just try to put out the things that I think are the most important and have show the most things, but also have. Hold on, I got dogs right here. Show the most thing, but also have um, some funny bits to it.
You gotta have fun, man. That's what it's all about. Everybody gets stressed out, and I've always been a firm believer because I grew up this way, is that it would be a terrible thing not to have a sense of humor because it's the best
Oh,
stress reliever you have. I know people, you guys know this. You've been around somebody and there's someone's laughing and laughing and they go, God, that feels great. They feel great, not because they're laughing, it's because of the stress leaves their body. And so I take that full-heartedly. I pass it on to my kids and anybody who's around me that, let's have a good time. Let's talk, let's
absolutely.
tell
Life's
stories.
too short. Life's too short. I'm not one of these people that feels the need to control everything and be obsessed about things I can't control. I think that's a secret to really staying young and not saying don't get involved, but just understand there's only so much you can do in that moment or in your life to affect whatever situation you might be upset about. So
Yeah.
better to just keep a head up and look at everything as a challenge and
Roll
just
with the
take it with full
punches.
stride.
Just roll with the punches, baby. It's not going to end the world. The world's not going to come to an end if, it doesn't work out the way you want. Be thankful the way it does turn out and then laugh about it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
this is the Camp Kennerk philosophy class. Could we move back on to tacos? Odie, you never had or created an El Paso taco. Now, when we were growing up in El Paso, we would take a flour tortilla with peanut butter and honey, roll it on up, and that was an El Paso taco.
I have that
That
in my kitchen quite often around midnight, actually. It's something I actually do eat. I do like honey and peanut butter in a taco, especially like around 11:30, quarter to 12. Um, no, that sounds good. No, I was gonna say you and I went to an El Paso style taqueria where I had El Paso style tacos. That's why I was like, I hope he is not going there because we got video evidence of that. I believe that was the 11th day of eating tacos in a row.
Yes, and I think we have a picture of that El Perito, and our Kevin, our magnificent computer dude, will insert that picture right about now. El Perito, yes, a beautiful place. A lot of great food here in awesome Austin, Texas. Started as a food truck, and now he's got a brick and mortar place. A beautiful, beautiful place. Now we also have a picture of the Odie kitchen, which we can insert now, and it's a beautiful, beautiful kitchen and very functional because you did a video with me where we made some tacos, and maybe Kevin can insert that picture right now. Odie, let's get around to how did you get to Austin?
I've been in the Austin area 23 years almost next year. Moved here following some friends that moved from LA, Southern California. Just was living in Orange County, was able to transfer with the job, and we made it happen. And honestly, haven't thought of leaving since. Love living here, and even if now I'm getting older, almost empty nesters, I still would want to have property in Texas somewhere. But yeah, just on a whim, following friends, 5-year plan. Already had the job, worked out great.
Oh, that's
And to be
great.
honest,
That's great.
yeah, that's the
Now,
story. That's the basic story.
now with your social media of Odie Kitchen, Odie Orion food making, I understand that you are now branching off to having guests in your kitchen. You had me in your kitchen as a guest, and you recently had a guest in there. What's that say there? Cookwell and Company. Oh, that's Will Petty. Yes, you did a video with Will Petty and his food. And how did that turn out?
It turned out great. Will is a super nice guy, Austinite through and through, born and bred. Went to Texas Tech. Won't hold that against him too much. And he's a super nice guy. He started this business 20-ish years ago, and with the idea of making it easier for families to get a solid, tasty, flavorful nutritious dinner on the table in less time, and creating starter kits that would, all you have to do is add a protein, add the vegetable, add the rice, and you have a meal.
Oh, I see. And you and Will went to the Odio kitchen and you made something with him there in Prince. Now, are you,
We, yeah,
go ahead, just as we
I
have
would say
had,
we made dirty rice and we made gumbo with his gumbo starter and from his
okay.
company.
Now, how does somebody get an invite to your kitchen to get a little snack, a little taste of your food?
So the donation should be sent to 203. No, um, we're open to suggestion. I think it's important to let people who are leaders in whatever industry they're in to give a voice to younger people coming into the workforce. And I kind of, I'm not saying I'm a CEO, but I have been a business owner, and I am the leader of my department and where I work. And so I think it's important to relay to people, younger people especially, who are on these platforms, that it's okay to talk to someone you don't know or ask a question. These, I don't know, these kids, they're just not very forward. So I think having leaders talk about it and how they got to where they're going, shows like Shark Tank or any of these kind of shows, it shows people that it's doable. People are doing it, not just like some weird alien that is out there.
The Camp Kennerk podcast highlights people who start their own businesses, and we certainly appreciate that. And you're doing a great job in the ODO kitchen. And do you have any travel plans this year or anything popping up?
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually going to be in Colorado this time next week, just for a few days. Just going to hit the mountains and see my daughter. And then, yeah, and then December we're going to be going to a wedding in San Diego.
Whoa!
My middle sister is getting married for the second time, different person, I guess, obviously. Well, because she married her first husband twice.
Oh, I see.
A different story, but she's getting married, and so the whole family's getting together. And then I already have plans for another wedding next year in Honduras that I'm going to, a good friend of mine who's also a chef. So that's the already looking forward to next year.
Okay,
But
so
we do like to get out of the house. We do like to go and visit and see things and be active.
and eat.
Yes, almost every trip I make is planned around the food I'm going to try.
Okay. Now, I do see your Austin FC shirt there, Odie. You're a big soccer fan. Are they their season's ending here soon? What's
Yeah,
the
I believe this Saturday is the last regular season game. I don't know. I'm pretty sure about that. They're playing LA Galaxy, which most likely they will lose, but maybe we'll win. LA Galaxy is LA Galaxy. They're the champions, have been several times. But Austin's a great team. Lots of the thing about Austin is this town knows how to get behind something. Yeah, and especially when it represents them in some way. And people were worried that bringing a professional team into Austin would be a mistake. And as in MLS professional, like the top leagues. And the city showed that it's not. Not every game sells out, but the fan base is very strong, and they've done pretty well. They've made playoffs several years in a row, and it's a lot of great players being recruited. Some of them born in Austin and raised in Austin, and then grew up, went somewhere else to play soccer, and then came back when we had the team. So yeah, it's a good thing. I love the Austin. I love the Texas Longhorns as well, which is an Austin-based team for the University of Texas, and those things represent tremendously what this city is about.
beautifully stated there, Odie? Sports and food. You are a taco cat, a good friend, and really appreciate you coming here to be a happy camper. Any last words, or you pretty much covered it there? What do you think?
I mean, I could keep talking for another, 5 hours, about myself. I'm a Leo, so that's easy for me.
Why don't we
Well,
leave it at that? TK, you got something to say to Odie?
well, Odie, I have a little word of wisdom here. Enough talking about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think of me?
That's the other part is I'm also 52, so I have very little care what people think of me.
That's good. That's good. That'll keep
That's a
you.
nice way to say it. That's a nice way to say it, but I give zero Fs if anybody cares about me. I don't really care.
All right. Well, hey, Odie, it was great seeing you again. And I'll be down there for the Big C flip off again next year. And
Oh, hopefully it'll be sooner. TK should come down to Austin, and maybe we'll do a little um little tour of Austin with the boys.
no, that sounds like a good idea. I don't know if Douglas is that. Douglas, are you out of your wheelchair yet?
Listen, by the time you guys got your shoes tied in the morning, I've already done 5 miles.
No doubt, no doubt. It's hard to keep up with you, that's for sure.
All
All
right.
right. Well, but again, yeah, thanks so much. And I highly appreciate the opportunity to come onto your show. And that's the whole realm of social media is everybody helps each other out. And that's how it should be.
Great. Well, Odie, have a great weekend, and I hope those Longhorns do well this week.
Well, we have a bye week.
That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying it.
That's a win.
Hey!
That's a
Hey,
win.
that was like a reverse compliment.
Yeah. Hey, Odie, I'm a trained professional, okay?
Okay. Nice. Well, yes, I'm sure we'll do well.
Okay.
All right.
Douglas,
Go
what do you have to
Cowboys.
say? Aaron, go Bra.